with extra lessons after school. An elderly teacher helps beautiful students shine in the world of poetry and beyond. One day, he comes across a poem by a young student and has a plan to get to know her better. They spend a lot of time together, and he manages to fulfill his plan. But one day, the schoolgirl finds out the real reason for their activities. You'll find out in this retelling. It's Emily Recaps and a new retelling. Enjoy the movie. The movie begins with their father bringing the Denning sisters home in a blue car. At school, Megan recites a poem. The teacher, Oster, asks the class to comment on her creation. The man also reminds the students about an aspiring poet contest, the finals of which will be held in Florida in the spring. The heroine listens carefully to the teacher's words. The contest prize is big enough to take a chance. When the students leave for recess, Oster stops the student to recognize her talent. He is sure the girl is capable of more, but Meg doubts her abilities. About this, she informs her friend Georgia, who wants to participate in the contest. The girl wants Megan to test herself as well. At home, the Denning sisters are sitting around the table. Lily wants to tell her sister about what she read in the book. The girl is focused on her homework and asks the younger one not to interfere. Then Lily tears a sheet from her sister's notebook and runs to her room. Lily's behavior annoys her sister. The girl's mom, Diana, returns from work. She immediately realizes that the girls have had a fight and tries to figure out what it's about. Megan does not want to be distracted by talking about their quarrel with Lily. Her mother reproaches the girl for not taking care of her sister well. Megan is sure that the one who gave birth to her should take care of the girl. This annoys Diana, and she chases the older daughter out of the living room. In the bedroom, Megan sees that her sister has hurt her leg. The girl helps her treat the wound. In class, Oster hands out the students their papers. Megan finds an entry form for a contest in her essay. The teacher points out her writing talent. Right after class, the girl misses the bus. She decided to walk home. Oster noticed the student on the road. He offers her a ride home. On the road, they talk about Meg's education and her creative works. The girl talks about her relationship with her parents. Oster insists that the student participate in the competition. He says he will help Meg prepare. Lily looks at old photos. The heroine asks her sister to hide the pictures back in the closet until their mother returns. Meg notes that the baby girl is very similar in appearance to her father. At dinner, the girl examines her reflection in a spoon. Without touching the food, Lily goes to bed. The next day, Meg wakes up from the sound of the alarm clock. The girl hurries her sister in order not to miss the bus. Lily wonders why her sister is wearing her mother's blouse. On the way to school, the friend tells the heroine about their teacher. It turns out that he was a close friend of George's family. The man published a book, which he always carries with him. The girl convinces Meg to accept Oster's offer. After classes, the heroine is secluded with the teacher in his office. The man treats her to an orange and talks about great poets. He wants the girl to find her secret stream, which helps to write poetry. The heroes discuss a poem that Megan wrote. According to the heroine, it describes the day her father left. Oster asks to describe in detail the girl's actions that day, but Megan does not understand the task. As an example, the man describes the day of his youngest son's funeral. He asks Megan to close her eyes and asks her leading questions. On the way home, the friends read a poem from the girl's admirer. At home, Megan tries to imagine as if she has white teeth. The girl puts a piece of paper in her mouth and tries to smile. The mother is on the phone. She asks her daughter to get Lily to eat. Later, Diane calls again to warn the girls that she will be late for class. Back at home, the woman wants to talk to Meg. The girl pretends to be asleep. In an extra class with Oster, the teacher suggests she talk about her poem. At dinner, Meg tells her mother about the poetry contest she is entering. However, the woman is more preoccupied with her new acquaintance, Don, and her upcoming job interview. When the guest leaves, Megan helps her mother clear the table. Diane tells her daughter to thank Don for finding the girl a job. Also, she asks him to show her the poem she's going to the pageant with. The heroine hugs Diane, supporting her desire to find a good job. At the contest, Megan recites a poem about her father, which she named Blue Car. Oster likes the student's work. After the contest, he talks to the girl about how important it is to remain herself no matter the outcome of the contest. Megan thinks she didn't pass and is about to leave. However, the teacher informs her that they have a lot of studying to do before their trip to Florida. Diane picks up her daughters after the interview. On the way, Lily questions her mother about the peculiarities of human anatomy. At home, the woman notices that Megan is wearing her blouse. The woman asks the girl not to take her things. In the next scene, Aster is practicing literature in the garden with his students. After the lesson, he offers the heroine to have lunch with him. They talk about the upcoming contest. Megan asks the teacher to read her a passage from his book. The girl is sure that she needs a push for creativity, and this will help her write something worth reading. Meg likes what the man has written. Their communication is interrupted by Rob, the teacher's son. At home, Megan sees her mother's bag on the table. The sister said that they visited the doctor and met Dawn. The heroine went into the woman's room. Diana was asleep. Her breasts bore the marks of a stormy evening. Megan covered her mother with a blanket and went back to her sister. Lily was covering her freckles with foundation. The girl didn't want to look like anyone. The Denning family arrived for Sunday service. Lily told the priest she was an angel and passed out in church. The girl was taken to the hospital. The heroine called the teacher to talk about the trip to Florida. She sends off from work. In the car, the girl tells the teacher that her sister is sick. Aster comforts Megan and takes her home. Diane is not happy that her daughter is hiding something from her. She arranges an interrogation of the girl and forbids her to go anywhere without Diana's knowledge. The heroine's participation in the contest is jeopardized. The next day, Megan tries to withdraw money from her account. But for this, she needs her mother's signature. At school, to please the girl, the teacher leaves a tinfoil car on her backpack. Georgia suggests that her friend go to Florida together. At home, Megan tries to convince her mother to let her and Lily go to Florida. The conversation is interrupted by a phone call. Megan visits Lily in the hospital. The girl is convinced she is an angel. On the way home, Diana tells her daughter that Lily wants to be transferred to the psychiatric ward. The heroine asks for an advance for her work. She steals ties from the warehouse. Megan tries to return them at another store to get extra money, but the plan doesn't work. During the night, Megan is awakened by a phone call. Her mother informs her that Lily has fallen out of a window. At the funeral, Diane has an argument with the girl's father. Megan is sad about her sister's death. She examines the girl's treasure box. After saying that she went to work, the heroine drives to Aster's house. From behind the trees, she watches the teacher play basketball with the boys. The boss found out about the theft of ties. He threw the girl out of work. At home, Diane searches her daughter's room. Megan tries to justify herself, but her mother does not believe her. Then the girl says that she will go to live with her father. The women fight. Megan wants to take Lily's things from the box, which the mother is going to take to the basement. The woman slaps her daughter. The heroine gathers her things and leaves the house. At school, she shares her problems with the teacher. He gives her a hug. Megan smells nice and Aster sniffs her hair. Georgia arranges with her parents for a friend to stay with them. In the evening, the heroine listens to a confession from Georgia's brother, Pat. The guy offers to give her a ride in his car in exchange for a favor. The heroine steals drugs from the pharmacy. Pat sells them and gives the girl part of the money. In literature class, Aster writes a quote on the board and asks the kids to put their test papers in a box. Megan notices that the teacher is tense. After the lesson, she tries to find out the reason. Aster asks the girl to come closer and glues a gold star on her forehead. At home, Meg thanks Pat for his help and gives him a tie. The guys are about to leave for Florida in the morning. When the heroine wakes up, her friend is not in the room. It turns out that Pat ran away. The guy robbed his family and took Megan's money. The girl sneaks into Diana's house to find something valuable. She needs money to go to Florida. At a pawn shop, she turns in her mother's diamond ring and her personal belongings. The money is only enough for a bus ticket. At the bus stop, she finishes someone else's fast food leftovers at a coffee shop. After reaching the place where the pageant will be held, Megan stays the night on the beach. In the morning, she sees Aster. The man and his family are spending time on the beach. He invites the girl to join them. The teacher's wife, Delia, goes swimming in the ocean with her son. Aster says he missed Meg at the opening of the pageant. When the teacher's wife returns, she suggests that Rob escort the girl to the locker room. Megan scrutinizes herself in the mirror while the guy buys drinks. At the beach, Delia asks the girl about her art. She corrects Meg as she talks about poetry. This annoys Aster, and he goes swimming. After a while, the teacher offers to walk Megan to the hotel. Delia cries and is going home. The woman wishes Meg good luck in the competition. Walking along the beach, Aster tells the student about his wife. The girl is cold, and the teacher offers her his sweater. Megan gives the man a gift, a tie that she stole from the store. Aster kisses the heroine. He wants to get to know the girl better. The man brings Megan to a hotel room. He warms up the student and offers her an active time. While the teacher takes a shower, the heroine leafs through the book he carries with him. It turns out that there is no text in it. The passage that the man quoted in the study is a verse by Rilke. Finished with his business, the teacher offers to see Megan off. The girl refuses. She asks the teacher what his book is about. He tells the student a story about an old man falling in love with a young girl and being reborn. At night, Megan sits in a cafe. She is trying to write a new poem. The waitress offers the girl something to eat. The heroine refuses. She has no money to pay for food. The woman treats her to pancakes with bacon. In the morning, Megan arrives at the pageant. In the crowd, she notices Oster. On a chair, she notices a gift from a man, a tinfoil machine. At the pageant, she reads her new poem. The man and his wife realize what the girl meant to say between the lines. Megan throws the napkin with the poem into the ocean and drives home. From her room, she calls her father. During the night, Diana wakes her daughter up to talk. Megan loves her mother but wants to live with her father. Diane gives her daughter a box of old photographs. In the morning, the father picks up the girl in his blue car. The heroine remembers how they used to go to the village as a family. It was the movie Blue Car, 2002. Rate this movie in the comments. Do you think the heroine did the right thing when she decided to have a change of scenery? See you in the following videos.